Good morning. Today is Wednesday, May 14th, 2025, and this is your daily Austin real estate update. Let's take a look at what's happening on the market, and you can go to teamprice.com and get all of this information along with any other information that you're interested in. And let's go ahead and just scroll down, and I'm going to click on the Austin Daily Real Estate Briefing. Let's go ahead and take a look at today, May 14th, to see exactly what is happening within the market. Let me go ahead and just make this information just a little bit bigger so that you can see everything. And we can see that we currently have 16,577 active listings currently in the market. That is down from the market peak, which was Monday, May 12th at 16,616, which means that tomorrow we're going to reach a new peak record on the number of active listings currently on the market. Now, out of all of the active listings on the market, 50.1% of those have actually had a price drop, with the city of Manchac being the number one city percentage wise, with the most properties have had a price drop at 78.9%. This is where you can see the months of inventory along with the activity index. Activity index right now is currently, let's go ahead and scroll up a little bit, currently at 23.4%. We're going to go ahead and compare it to last year so you can see how we compare the activity index, which is a very powerful leading market indicator. That's where we take the pending and we divide it by the active plus the pending. It shows us out of anything and everything that could be under contract, what is actually under contract. And then, of course, we've got the months of inventory, which is a lagging indicator. As the activity index goes down, the months of inventory will go up. And once the activity index goes up, months of inventory will go down. You can see that the blue line, being the activity index, was trending downwards from 2023 into the end of 2023. And of course, what happened? Months of inventory went up. And then we notice an improvement in the activity index from January 2000, leading up to January 2024. And of course, months of inventory went down. It's always a leading lagging indicator. Correlation and causation. A drop in the activity index will cause months of inventory to go up over time, leading versus lagging indicator. Now, let's take a look at pending listings. We are down 0.4% on the number of pending listings compared to last year. This year, so far, right now, we have 5,053 pending listings, whereas last year, same day last year, 5,073. And we can see that on the cumulative number of pending listings from January all the way through May, we are looking at an 18.9% drop on the cumulative pending listings, everything that's gone pending from January all the way to May. Let's take a look at the activity index and compare it to last year. This is where we can see where the activity index is at 23.4%. Once again, pending divided by active plus pending, a leading market indicator. Now, that is going to be a difference of 13.7% negative compared to last year. We can see that we were outperforming. Last year, we outperformed this year on the activity index, and then same thing with 2023. Now, let's take a look at the top cities and the bottom cities when it comes to activity index. Which cities are outperforming the overall median and average activity index for the area, and which cities are underperforming? The outperforming cities, we've got Manchac, Kyle, Buda, Hutto, all above 30%. We even have Del Valle over 30% activity index. And then the underperforming cities, the bottom two, it's going to be Smithville and Spicewood at a very low, under 10% activity index. That's very much a stalled market. A 25% activity index is going to give you that 4 months, 4.5 months of inventory, that neutral market. When you get into the teens, that's going to be more on the buyer's market. When you get into the 30s and 40s, that's going to be more of a seller's market. Now, this is one of my favorite metrics. This is called the new listing to pending ratio. What we do is we take everything that's new on the market, we add everything that is back on the market, and then we simply divide it by everything that is active, under contract, and pending. And that's going to give us this ratio. We are right now for the month at a 0.5 ratio, meaning for every two properties that have entered the market, one property is going under contract. And you can see that historically, that is a very low ratio. That means that inventory will continue to increase at a fairly substantial rate. Once again, out of every two properties that enter the market, only one gets absorbed by the market. Inventory really starts piling up really fast when you have a ratio at a zero point 0.5. And you can see that historically, a zero point 0.5 ratio so far for the month of May is going to be the lowest ratio going all the way back to when we started tracking this data in the year 2000. So it's a 25-year low for this new listing to pending ratio for the month of May. When we take the difference between new listings and pending listings, this is what this graph is going to show us. So far this month, and this is the cumulative, everything from January all the way through May, we have a cumulative difference between new listing and pending at 5,228. That is going to be the largest number going all the way back to 2004, where it was 6,565. And once again, this shows you that inventory is certainly increasing. The ratio so far for the year is 0.66. We have to go all the way back to 2010 to get a ratio that's lower than that 0.66 ratio. Let's talk about months of inventory. That means that months of inventory is, of course, going up. We're at 5.91 months of inventory right now, right at that neutral market, middle of the neutral market. Some people say that 6 months of inventory is a buyer's market. No way, it's going to be 7 months of inventory. That's what I classify as a buyer's market. We're at 5.91 months of inventory right now, a 24.6% increase year over year. The cities with the top inventory: Dale, Lago Vista, Marble Falls, Spicewood, all over 11 months of inventory. And the cities with the best, meaning lowest months of inventory, we've got Hutto at only 3.42 months of inventory, followed by Del Valley, Cedar Park, Buda, Pflugerville, and Round Rock. All of those, along with Dripping Springs and Manor, all of those under 5 months of inventory. Now, you can see the cities that have had the largest increase in inventory year to date and year over year. Year to date, Marble Falls, we're looking at 120% more inventory today compared to January. Year over year, Gerald's going to take the number one spot at 108.1% year over year increase in inventory. We are projecting that 3,025 properties will sell this month. Today is the 14th. We're halfway through the month. So based on our prediction, we're looking at 3,025 properties closing this month. May of last year, 3,224. So we are not going to beat May of last year. We're going to have less properties sell May of this year compared to last year. Let's keep on going. You can access all this information on teamprice.com. Go to the main page, scroll down a little bit, click on the daily briefing, the daily market update briefing, and we update this information every single day. You can also go to Insight and Statistics and get over 2,000 pages of detailed Austin market stats. So please visit our website, take a look at this information. If you have any questions, let us know. We are here to help. So what's happening with prices? You just heard from me that inventory is going up, activity is going down, and one would think that prices would actually go down. No, absolutely not. We have what's called a bifurcated market right now in the Austin area, meaning the bottom 25th percentile is actually going down in price, but the top 25th percentile is actually going up in price. And we've got the data to prove that. But as of now, May 2025, the median sold price is $480,000. That is a 7.3% month over month increase and a 5.5% year over year increase. You can access more charts, but I want to go ahead and show you the bifurcated nature of the Austin market. And that is this chart right here, the high versus low. When you go to teamprice.com, all you have to do is scroll down, click on percentile analysis. There's going to be a link right there where it's going to show you the high versus low. And it's going to take you to this resource. And you can see right here that the bottom 25th percentile out of all of the properties that sold within the past 30-day period is down 3.8%, down 3% on the price per foot. But the top 25th percentile is actually up 0.3%, and it's down only 0.9% on the price per foot. So the top 25th percentile is outperforming the bottom 25th percentile. In some areas, it is outperforming at a massive scale. These green dots will show you where the 25th percentile is outperforming the bottom 25th percentile. We have 11 cities We're the top 25th percentile. Out of 30 is outperforming the bottom 25th. We have 21 where the price per foot is outperforming. Let's take a look at Buda really quick, and we can see that sales are up in Buda year over year, an 18.2% increase year over year. On the bottom 25th percentile of pricing, the price is down 4.9%, price per foot down 1.1%, but the top 25th percentile pricing is actually up by 8.4%. So far this year, 12 out of 30 zip code or cities have gone up in price. 12 have gone up in price year over year, and 18 have gone down in price. I want to remind you that all this information is available on teamprice.com. Scroll down, you can click on Austin Daily Real Estate Briefing. You're going to get this really quick briefing. You can also go to Insight and Statistics, where you can access over 2,000 pages of detailed stats. The other thing that you can do is you can go to Market Update. When you click on Market Update, you scroll down a little bit and you can click on Access the Reports for the data in zip code, city and zip code reports. For example, if you click on Gerald, you are going to get a report for Gerald showing you all the information for Gerald. All this information is updated on a daily basis. If you're not interested in Gerald and you want to look at the city of Austin, go ahead and click on Austin and you can access all this information. This is updated on a daily basis. We compile all of the information for the top 30 cities along with the top 75 zip codes. So visit teamprice.com. Once again, this is Dan Price Broker, teamprice.com. Team Price Real Estate in Austin, Texas. If you have any questions or if you need anything, please let us know. We have an outstanding group of real estate agents that are here to serve your needs. And we have access to the single best, most comprehensive tools and resources available in the Austin area. All these reports were created by us. They are proprietary to Team Price Real Estate, but we make it available on our website because our goal is to be 100% knowledgeable of the Austin market and to equip our agents, which in turn will equip our clients with the most relevant and up-to-date real estate stats available for the entire Austin market. If you are in need of anything real estate, reach out to us. We'd love to be able to help you out. I hope you have a great day and come back tomorrow for tomorrow's daily touch point, daily briefing, and I'll talk to you later.